Hi then guys, Gore TCG here, and today I'm gonna bring you probably the most cookie cutter deck right now. So if you for XY reason have Fable around, this deck is just easy to upgrade, and it just gets all it changes a lot for sure. So yeah, probably in the future I might post some games of me playing this deck without against something else. But right now I'm just waiting on my case. But this is what I had, and the only cards that I got for from the 3 boxes that I bought. So yeah, super easy to upgrade. You can even trade the cards away, and it will probably only cost you probably less than $10. I know the camera angle is a little bit weird, but yeah. Anyways, Haven Craft Leader, get that out of the way, and let's start with the put this in here. And let's start with the cost ones. So, starting with the cost one, we're playing 3 Andromeda, self-explanatory. You don't want to get dealt damage to your field. There's another card that came out in the same set, in the new set that you could play, but it's that could poke your opponent with little damage by dealing 3, and you don't take damage on top of that. So yeah, that is a pretty good card, but for now I feel like the deck has a very tight space, so playing like only the cards that you need will probably be the thing. But now this is going to be a very cookie cutter, so probably all the other deck lists will look the same. So if you look at other Egghaven deck profiles, you will see the same thing. So yeah, let me see if I can go through the entire deck as fast as possible. So yeah, Bellringer, self-explanatory. Actress Feria, self-explanatory. And I'm playing 2 copies of Dark Offering. Feel like this card in here is pretty good, just to trade away stuff and heal a little bit more. Because the only problem that the deck has is that you don't have any way to heal. So if you get into those very awkward points of life, you will lose. So just increasing your HP by 3 is pretty good. But yeah. Now the reason why we're playing a lot of followers this time I upped the numbers of Bellringers because I was playing 2. But it's because now you're playing one of the newer cards. We're playing Fina. Fina will get you access to any cost 1 and will get rid of any cost 1 card on your opponent's field. So it's either as use cost 1 that you might need, that being Actress Feria, Bellringers, or Andromeda from your top 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, top 5 cards. And or if you're playing against an opponent, you can just play this and get rid of their early game cards. For example, all the new usurpation cards. Or you're playing against Sword. Sword will have a lot of cost 1 cards early. So having Fina just to get rid of those cards, it's pretty good. Now for the next cost 2 card that came in the new set, Demon's Epitaph. This card only evolves if you discard a card, so on turn 2 you could just go ahead and evolve him, and he's going to turn into a 3/4 with Bane, and when it dies it just deals 2 damage to the opponent. So this card is super sweet. Now especially the fact that you just really want to have cards in your graveyard, so if you see a Tin Soldier in your hand, just go ahead and discard it, since the main purpose is just mainly to revive him. So having him in the hand, it's a little bit dead. Same thing with with Explosion or Humpty Dumpty. This card just gets you all those cards in the graveyard, so at least Explosion will get you more value. Alice Adventures, self-explanatory. Search for any Fable card. The entire deck is Fable almost. So yeah, I'm playing Snow White. This is where my deck list changes from everybody's else. I like Snow White because it's a good card that you can keep putting back into the field in case things get very heated. This is a pretty good ward and a very annoying ward that could keep reviving itself, especially if you have Feria and you keep giving her counters. So yeah, it's a good way to deal with early game cards for sure. A lot of people just play Odette, but Odette is cost 5. I'm not a big fan of it. I tried it, but I never got the value out of it. So I feel like Snow White it's better for my opinion. But obviously you can just play whatever you want. So just use my deck profile as a reference. For cost 3, you're playing the 3 Humpty Dumpty, 3 Explosions, 3 Soldiers, 3 Alice. This is self-explanatory. I really don't have to explain much. I already ran through these cards in the past. So yeah, Humpty Dumpty, just board wipes, deal 3 to your opponent. Explosion, same thing. It's a good board wipe and poke damage. Tin Soldier is probably going to be your main win con, and Alice is just going to just cycle through the entire deck. March Hare, 3 copies of March Hare. It just gets you any card from the top of your deck. Let me move this to the top a little bit. So, and just revive. So basically, on turn 4, you can just play this, put something into the field, and then if you discard it, Tin Soldier or Alice with the effect of Demon's Epithet, you could just go ahead and revive it with this. So yeah. Same with Pinion Prince. Pinion Prince will just grab you something from your graveyard, put it into your EX, and puts a counter on it. So, yeah, you kind of see how the deck starts to go around. So, yeah, only these 6 cards were the only addition to the deck. If you want to take a screenshot, obviously the glare is a little bit awkward, but, yeah, I'll see if I can put a deck code in the description so you don't have to, you know, look at what cards I have in here. So, you can have the deck code and go from there. Next, for the Evolve deck, self-explanatory. I'm just going to put it into the field, and I kind of already explained a little bit stuff. So, Demon's Epithet is a good early game card. Like I said, evolves by discarding a card. He's a 3/4, so, and when it dies, it deals 2 damage to the leader, to the enemy leader, so it's super good. And it has Bane on top of that, so you could just get rid of a very annoying cards. So, yeah, some people play 1. I like to play 2. Because I really just want to get his value as much as possible. So if I see multiples in my hand, I can just go ahead and play 1. And then the next turn, I just play another one by discarding a card from my hand and evolving it. So I really like this card. Obviously, 1 Pinion Prince, I really don't see the need to play multiples every single time. In my past deck list, I have been playing... I used to play 2 copies, and I only went into 1, so the other one was just in case, but I never went into it, so, yeah. Bellringer, self-explanatory, and then you do go through all your entire evolve of Alice and the egg, so this is just a must 3 and 3, for sure. But yeah. That's about it for the entire deck profile. Super simple. So, yeah, like I said, it's a cookie cutter deck. I'm pretty sure everybody will have the same deck list as mine or something similar. So, just take my deck list as reference. Go from there. This is probably the cheapest deck that you can play if you don't want to, if you already have the Haven stuff from the older set. So, yeah, without further ado, that's it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more content.